Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and today we are going to be going over 8 problems that I believe are detrimental to the car community. Very bad. Very bad. I don't even know if detrimental is the right word to use there, but you guys know what I'm saying. Problems in the car community that need to be resolved and need to be extinguished off the face of this earth, my friendo. So I want to make this very clear. This is all personal opinion. If you take part in one of these things and you think that I'm wrong, understand that for the most part I'm talking about the extremes, okay? Not like just the average guy that's enjoying these things or does these things. If you are doing one of these things, that's not that big of a deal. But if it gets to the point where you're actively being a nuisance to other people about one, you'll see what I mean. I'll kind of explain it in every way, but yeah, I guess that's it. Without further ado, let's get right into the list. Number 8, the number 8 biggest problem that I think people are kind of over-exaggerating how big of a problem it is, actually, is electric cars. They're obviously an issue. The car community has always been about building up your engine, the sound, they like shifting through gears. That's always how the car community has kind of been. Electric cars came out and they took away all of that stuff. The only thing that electric cars still have is speed. You're right, they have acceleration, which is really cool. And honestly, I'd love to experience something like a Tesla Model S Plaid's 0 to 60 time. I feel like I'd get pretty rock hard if I experienced something like that. But the problem lies within the fact that we don't need them in every car. If you want to make electric cars, that's okay. You can. If you want to save the world that way, if you believe you're saving the world that way, which is just not true. But if you want to believe that you're saving the world by driving your electric Tesla all over hell's creation, go for it, man. Whatever makes you happy. But you don't need to force your electric cars on our sports cars. We don't want a Dodge Charger that's electric. We don't want a Nissan Z that's electric. We don't want the next Supra to be electric. We just want to have our sports cars still be fun. Let us have our sports cars be fun, gas-powered engines that make cool noises and have manual transmissions, and then let the normal people drive their electric Teslas and Hyundais all over the place. We don't care about that. We're not angry that they exist. We're angry that they're taking our sports cars away from us. It's just mind-blowing how people don't really get that part. It's ridiculous. But coming in at number 7, this is a problem that's been going on for a long time now and nobody talks about it. It is being as loud as humanly possible. Listen, I understand if people want their cars to be loud. Both my cars are loud. Goodness gracious, there was a freaking attractive police officer back there, by the way. But I want my cars to be loud. I like cool, loud sounding cars. That's a great sound, and I have nothing wrong with that part of it at all. It's the part where, like, you see this guy on the side of the road. He's an innocent dude. I don't know him. I have nothing against that guy. But for some reason, people nowadays believe that, like, oh, if I drive by a group of people, I have to rev my 1.8T Volkswagen GTI as loud as I possibly can so that they get scared. Don't do that, dude. It's just like, why make them hate us even more? You know what I mean? Like, the regular people already don't like us for being car guys. They think that we're a danger to society, whatever. But you want to freaking go around revving in their face? For what reason, dude? For what reason? To sound cool? Nobody thinks that's cool, man. The car guys that do think that's cool already think it's cool when you're at some place that's like that, you know, like a car meet or something. We don't want to see it just in the middle of the streets. It's just annoying, man. And on top of that, people that like make it as like I said, as loud as humanly possible, dude, it doesn't sound good just because it's ridiculously loud. Okay, loud, it does not equal good sound. That's just the number one problem with Hondas, dude. Every Honda owner thinks that as loud as they go, the better. No, man. Hondas sound good if you just keep them relatively quiet. Anyway, number 6 is going to be too mainstream. It is getting overhyped recently, okay? Every single person and their mother is a car guy nowadays. Every single person and their mother has an opinion on cars nowadays. And you can have an opinion on cars nowadays, but if you don't know what you're talking about, then voicing your opinion is probably a bad idea. And you know, it just wouldn't be that big of an issue. Obviously, people want to have more people in their communities. So I would love to have more car people in my community. The problem is, they're not real car people, okay? All they do is sit there and talk about things that, like, nobody else either A, cares about, or B, agrees with. And then on top of all that, they find out about the most popular cars, Supra, Miata, Zs, Challengers, Camaros, Mustangs, And all that they do for those cars is drive the prices up for people that actually do want them, for people that have been dreaming about them their whole lives. Now their prices are raised because these idiots are like, oh, I'm gonna buy one day, they're super cool, look at this one. And it's like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're just ruining it for everybody else. If you are getting into the car community, that's fine. We want more people in the car community. But for the love of God, man, there are so many cool cars out there. Just try your absolute best to control yourself with overhyping certain cars, because it just ruins it for the rest of us. Coming in at number 5, this is a big one. This is just a problem in the world, not even in the car community, but it is TikTok. Good God, if they get rid of TikTok, I will be so freaking happy, man. I have TikTok. I have a lot of I have 184,000 followers on TikTok. I make some money every month off TikTok. I still want that app to be just demolished off the face of the earth. It is just a breeding pool of idiots. I swear to God. Do you not believe, guys, the amount of times that I get people that are like, that car's not under 5K, that car's close to 15K on my TikTok. And it's like, dude, you're not even in the same country as me. Like, what? How do you not realize? There is so much negativity on TikTok. It is mind-blowing. Dude, one time there was this TikTok post of this girl, and she like got hate just for being a girl. Literally, the guy was hating because she was a female. Are you serious, dude? She was a car girl too. She had a fucking E92. She had an E92. I don't know if it was a 335i. It might have been a 328i. But it doesn't matter. It was modified, and she had it, and she liked that car. She was not just in it for the clout. She was in it for some, she likes cars. But this dude just comes out. Oh my God, girl. What is wrong, man? What is wrong? And then the same guy is probably the type of guy that goes around and is talking about, where are all the car girls? It's like, bro, what are you? And it's not even just girls. I mean, it's just about everybody. JDM right now, if you mention that you like JDM on TikTok, every 12-year-old on the face of the earth comes out, haha, you're 12, haha, you like the Supra, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't like Bugatti Chirons and McLaren P1s, you like Mazdas? What is wrong with you? It's ridiculous, dude. The amount of freaking hate on TikTok. Over time, I've learned to just absolutely ignore every single piece of hate I see on that app. But God, when you first get on there, dude, it is a depressing app to be on. Everybody on there is just so negative for no reason. Coming in at the number 4 spot is actually going to go to what we just talked about a little bit there, the supercar fanboys. I love supercars. I feel like everybody watching this video probably loves supercars. Who doesn't love supercars? They're really cool. They're awesome. They're amazing. If they were $5,000 like my 350Z or my Acura Integra, obviously I would buy a supercar. Obviously I would talk about supercars more. But I'm probably not gonna ever own a supercar. Most of the people watching this video are not gonna own a supercar. And so we don't wanna waste our time sitting there hyping up these freaking McLarens and Ferraris and Lamborghinis that everybody already knows are cool anyway, when we're not gonna ever be able to even own them in the first place. It's pointless, dude. It's a waste of our time. And these idiots sit there defending a car that they're never gonna own. It's ridiculous. It's like, dude, I want to talk about my Mazda RX-7. I want to talk about my Acura Integra. I want to talk about my 350Z. I want to hype those cars up. I want to feel good about myself having those cars. I like talking about them. They're affordable cars. There are a lot of people out there with those cars that share same experiences as I do with them. It's just because we want to talk about that, it doesn't mean that we're saying that they're better than supercars. We're not saying that. We just like them better because we can actually afford them, because they're actually obtainable. We can see them. We can drive them. We like those cars better. They're a more obtainable dream car. And everybody makes fun of you for saying that your dream car is a Mazda, but it's the truth, man. My dream car is a Mazda RX-7 FD. You can call me an idiot as much as you want. I don't care. You can have the same cookie cutter dream car as everybody else. Are you ever going to be able to afford that $2 million dream car? No. So your dreams are just going to constantly be crushed over and over and over again. I don't see how that's healthy, you know? And the amount of people that, like, I wouldn't mind if you're a supercar fan, that's fine. You can be a supercar fan. I understand why you're a supercar fan. They're really cool cars. But when you start to hate on other people for what they like and saying that they're wrong because they don't like their supercars, that's where I have an issue. It's ridiculous, dude. Get over yourself. Coming in at 3rd place, the 3rd biggest problem with the car community is takeovers / cutting up. I feel like I don't really have to elaborate on this one too much. The whole car, whoa, I'm at 5th. The whole car community kind of is in an agreement now that these reckless driving people are just nothing but a problem. And I totally agree. Takeovers here. I've been to a couple quote unquote takeovers, and I will say, if you want to do that with your friends and you want to go, you know, drift around with your friends, that's fine. I actually think it is a fun time. I enjoyed myself. Everybody there was pretty positive, but I live in a nice area, so maybe that's why. But either way, I enjoyed myself. But the thing is, I only went to them if they were in parking lots. The second that they brought them out onto the streets, and the second they started to be like, oh, we're gonna go take over intersections, I left, because that's ridiculous. This kind of goes back to being as loud as possible. Innocent people don't deserve to suffer because we want to have cool cars. They don't. And I know I kind of sound like a freaking nerd right now, but they really don't, guys. It's not worth it. We can have our fun in our cars without endangering or making other people miserable. You know what I mean? And the takeover thing is an exact excuse of that. We can have fun in a parking lot, doing donuts in a parking lot, and that's not going to hurt anybody. Nobody's going to be affected by that. But when you bring it onto the streets, that's a problem. Cutting up, that's just a problem all in itself. That's stupid. I don't know why people do that. And then there's another one too, that recently a lot of people think that it's cool to just literally purposely run away from the cops. Obviously, running away from the cops is kind of cool, and we all kind of like it a little bit. We can thank Need for Speed and Fast and Furious for that. But literally going out of your way to try and get the cops on you and then run away from them in like a busy city, it's kind of like cutting up, but now you have cops chasing after you, and it's just, once again, endangering people that don't deserve to have their lives endangered. And so that is a little bit of a problem with me. But the main issue is just pretty much stop risking other people's lives for your own enjoyment. You don't have to do that. Number two, second biggest problem in the car scene for me, is the idea nowadays that you have to have high horsepower. Dude, every single build in the world is, oh, you don't have high horsepower. I saw a wide body BRZ, a Rocket Bunny BRZ the other day, and he was like, he had like a turbo and tune. It's like, dude, obviously you're going for the show car look. You don't have to be fast if you're going for the show car look. There are certain types of builds for everything. Drifting, time attack, straight line speed. There's all these kinds of builds, but if you freaking have a stance build, or if you have a drift build, or if you have a time attack little toge monster build, everybody's gonna come on there and see that build, and they're gonna be like, oh, my freaking Challenger could smoke that. And it's like, no, it couldn't, because that guy's never gonna line up with you at a red light. He's gonna line up with you in the mountains, or he's gonna line up with you at a drift track, and you're not gonna beat him because he's not building his car for straight line speed. You are, but you're too dense to realize that there are other kinds of builds out there that people don't like, right? I mean, that people do like. Not everybody likes straight line speed. Is it cool? Yes. Does everybody kind of respect it? Yeah. Does everybody understand the hype behind it? Absolutely. But does everybody do it? No. And you need to get that through your head. You know, I did not buy an Acura Integra to go fast in a straight line. I did not buy a 350Z to go fast in a straight line. Okay, not everybody cares about that stuff. If you do, that's fine, but not everybody does. Not everybody does. And the first one, in my opinion, the absolute biggest problem in the car community, the thing that's absolutely tainting the car community without a doubt in my mind, is the fact that everybody has to be different. Dude, what is up with people? I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. My taste in women, I like the basic girl. I like the blonde girls, the nice girls, the pretty girls. That's what I like, okay? Everybody nowadays likes goth girls, and I understand the hype, but it's not my thing. I like the basic stuff, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I like the basic cars. I like the RX-7 FD. I like the Mark IV Supra. I like the basic cars, and there's no problem with that. You don't have to be different. You don't have to go out there and build something that is different than everybody else's. If you like the cookie cutter, same old builds, then build the cookie cutter, same old builds. It doesn't matter. Build what you want to build. Have fun while you're doing it. That's all that matters. You should not sit there be worrying about whether or not people are going to think that your build is unique on TikTok when you're done with it. You should be sitting there thinking about, are you happy building it? If you're going to be happy making a unique build, then make a unique build. But if you're not going to be happy doing that, then don't do that. I don't get that idea, man. You don't have to be different. Just be yourself. And this goes into the like real world too. It's like nowadays with fashion, dude, you should see the type of things people are wearing just to try and be different. It looks stupid. You look ridiculous. Be the same person if you have to be. Just do whatever you want to do, man. It really is. Comes down to the bottom line. the bottom line in the car community is I guess the biggest reason, the thing that all these things wraps back around to, is just worrying too much about other people. It really is. You got people in the car community nowadays, they worry too much. They worry if this guy's gonna like them. They worry if this guy's gonna like them. They worry if this guy's gonna not like them. It's stupid, man. It's getting. I have an Integra, man. I love this little thing. It's a 2000s car. It cost me $3,000. It's not a flex at all. I show up somewhere, my window doesn't work over here, so I have to open up the door if I want to go through a drive-through. My antenna makes a really loud noise whenever I turn the car on and off. It's a little embarrassing. I don't care. I like the car. I have fun in the car. Try doing that. Try buying a car that you don't care if people are gonna like it or not. You're just gonna have fun in it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for 70,000 subscribers, by the way. We are going to be doing a video for that, a special video for that. But it's probably going to be next week because I'm going to have to make it on the weekend. It's going to take a while. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for that. That's amazing. I can't believe we're at 70,000 subscribers. That is mind-blowing. Tell your friends, man. Tell your friends to subscribe. Maybe we'll get to 80K by the end of this year. That'd be cool. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.